Everybody, Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for tonight's main event. 12 rounds among heavyweights between these two great warriors. Lewis is on his way to the ring right now, and you can see how excited he is for this one. Lots of confidence. Klitschko's approaching the ring now, and this ring walk can tell you so much. Look at the focus on his face.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Леннокс. His opponent in the blue corner, please welcome, bad intentions, Klitschko.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Watch those low blows, watch the headbutts. Let's have a good, clean fight.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one.
Teddy, what do you look for early on when you're analyzing a fight of two power punchers facing off against each other that gives you a clue as to which way this is going?
Who's doing the little things a little bit better? Who's using the jab? Who's controlling range? Hey, who's thinking better?
Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Nice block by Klitschko. Klitschko's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Well, we're watching Леннокс Lewis here tonight, but Teddy, you know, a lot of American fight fans, sometimes they turn the other way with Леннокс Lewis. They never really got behind him because they don't like the way he acts as a heavyweight champion.
Well, Americans want you to wear your heart out on your sleeve to a certain point. They like emotion. They love emotion. And Lewis doesn't show that kind of passion. He's very contained, very cerebral, but he knows how to get results where it counts, in the ring.
Good block there by Bad Intentions. Klitschko's able to avoid that punch. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Double shots both come in by Klitschko. Final 10 seconds. Excellent counterpunch by Lewis. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Klitschko. Comes right back at him with a left hand. great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Леннокс Lewis.
Obviously, at 6'5", Леннокс Lewis has some God-given advantages, but he does a smart thing. He utilizes them.
Yeah, it's kind of like having a good car, but you have to find the right driver. Well, he's found the right driver. And that driver, the jab. The jab sets up that right hand.
Solid counter punch by Lewis. Halfway through this round. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Klitschko. Klitschko's got an eye that has a cut above it. Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Lewis. Nothing there on the punch by Klitschko. Klitschko's starting to bleed from the nose. His corner should be wary of that.
Teddy, early on in the career of Леннокс Lewis, a lot of the British fans actually didn't gravitate towards him because he was one of these nomadic kind of fighters. You know, Jamaican, lived in Britain, but won a gold for Canada.
Yeah, but the most important part of that geography is his own. He had his own identity. He knew where he stood. He knew where his confidence came from. He knew what his style was.
Great movement to get away from those punches. A nice block by Klitschko. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Now that's some fine work right there by Lewis. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Solid counter punch by Lewis. Teddy, and Леннокс Lewis, this is a fighter who we have a great sense of what his abilities are based on his amateur career because we saw plenty of him.
Yeah, and his abilities really start with that size. He knows how to use that size.
doubling up that jab by Klitschko. Ten seconds to go in this third round. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Klitschko's swelling will have to be dealt with immediately. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Parries that punch away. How about that? Back-to-back he lands by Lennox Lewis. There it is! Klitschko's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. He is stunned, but somehow has the wherewithal to hang on.
No holding, no holding. Let's punch it out.
Protecting his head well with his guard. He was on wobbly legs not long ago. Now he's got his feet back under him.
What is that, a chin or is that Mount Rushmore?
Able to get rid of that one. There's another left hand from him. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
It's been a recent trend, Teddy, where we've seen in the heavyweight division a lot of Eastern Europeans dominating. Why do you think that is?
Same thing in basketball. I don't think they're the better athletes, but you know what? There's an urgency. There's a real hunger. This is their opportunity. The fighters over here, and the basketball players for that part, they have too many options here. Over there, they make the most of it, and fundamentally, they're very sound.
Good 1-2 by Lewis. Seconds to go in the fourth. Klitschko's making for a very inviting target right now. You can see the blood around that eye. The cut is obviously worse than it was just moments ago. So we come to the end of the round. And clearly a confidence booster for this man. He got to his opponent. He was able to stun him. Teddy, when a fighter comes back after doing what he just did, you see them almost light up, like get a little boost of energy because of that?
Yeah, it does build your confidence a little bit. You know, it makes you feel more secure.
Oh, Klitschko's in bad shape. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counterpunching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Klitschko's cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Obviously, so many career highlights in the career of Lennox Lewis as we watch him in action here tonight. But one of the things he's most proud of is that he was able to face and beat all the heavyweights of his generation, including getting Mike Tyson at the end of Mike Tyson being Mike Tyson.
You know, you use the word proud, and I think that that's so important here. We look at the right hand of Lennox. We look at the size of Lennox, but the pride, that legacy you talked about, he brings that into the ring. That makes him strong.
Halfway into round number 5 here. Good way to protect the midsection. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special offensive happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Good block there by Klitschko. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. 10 seconds remaining in this round. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest.
There it is! Klitschko stunned, and he is hurt. Unable to steady himself right now after being stunned. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Klitschko. Good block there by Bad Intentions. Good block by Bad Intentions. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by Lewis. Lennox Lewis has really got a way about him when it comes to his footwork, his movement. It's serving him very well defensively.
Yes, it is. He's controlling range. He's controlling distance. He's keeping his opponent where he wants him.
Good scoring counterpunch by Lewis. Halfway through round 6. Good defense, just covering up down low. Well-placed counterpunch by Klitschko. Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of 5th gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
Again to the melon. What a good counterpunch by Lewis. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. Last 10 seconds. We've reached the halfway point of this battle. Real good fight here. Tough to get a sense of who's really up. I could see making an argument
for either guy, but that's a testament to both guys and what they've been willing to bring to this battle tonight.
Yeah, and what it's a testament to Joe is that it's an enjoyable fight. After a while, you don't even concentrate on who's up. All you know is you're enjoying every bit of it.
Klitschko's inability to connect is really concerning me right now. I don't think he's been able to get a thing done since he got tagged earlier in this fight.
So one thing that you got to worry about a little bit is whether or not the referee starts seeing that. That's one thing for you and me to see it. If the referee starts looking at him like, you know, he's not behaving right, he might start to move in there a little bit to stop this fight. He's got to get something going.
And a smart counterpunch by Lewis. Nice block by Bad Intentions. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Another left hand from him. Klitschko's making me real curious here, Teddy. I wonder, should he be sticking with this style after being rocked in this fight?
It's still early enough. I would say yes. You know, you don't want to panic. You don't want to just throw everything overboard. You want to stay with what brought you here. Hey, he's been taught this not for hours, not for days, not for weeks. You know, months and years he's been taught this. You don't throw it out. You stay with it.
Good job on the two-punch combo by Lewis. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Klitschko's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. Well off the mark by Lewis. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Good block by Lewis. Klitschko's cut is really a mess right now, and it could jeopardize this fight for him right here. Teddy, is there blame that needs to be placed on his cut man? Could he have done more?
Well, really, the trick to being a cut man is pretty simple. It's not rocket science. You have to have the right medicines, the right coagulants. You have to be calm. You have to be able to put pressure on that cut, get it to stop, and then put those medicines in. But you need a little help from your fighter. You need him to move a little bit on his bike and give those medicines time to work.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Lewis. The twists and turns and a non-stop battle. It continues on as we've reached the 1-minute mark to go. Down. Oh, it may be close here. Can he survive the round?
One, two, three, four, five.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before. You've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
Nice block by Lewis. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Well-placed, well-timed combo up top. And a smart counterpunch by Klitschko. Klitschko's a seasoned pro, and old pros tend to fall into the same patterns. Nothing has changed with him stylistically since he's been knocked down in this fight.
Well, that falls right into that pattern or that cliche where old dogs can't be taught new tricks. Well, right now, he's going to have to come up with a trick or two, maybe, to survive this moment.
Good counter by Klitschko. We got an interesting fight here. It looks like one man is seemingly in control, but the other is still live, is still game, is still capable. May need to hit that jackpot, though.
Well, he probably does need that knockout. So right now he has to adjust his game plan, his thinking a little bit. He's got to look for a spot to land one big shot. Maybe when he's pulling out.
Guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Both men digging in with uppercuts. A nice block by Lewis. Wow, look at that, trading shots. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Lennox able to block that punch. Good block there by Bad Intentions. Klitschko's eye, to me, is getting worse as things continue on here. Teddy, he's got to be very conscious of that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and his corner has to be, too. They got to be thinking about if it gets to the point where he can't defend himself, they have to do something. Obviously, they didn't come here thinking they were going to have to do. Stop this fight.
Good block by Bad Intentions. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. A good block. Nice block. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Lennox blocks a punch. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Right back at him with a left hand. Wow! Klitschko's in a bad place right now. He was tagged. Able to dismiss that body shot. Sharp counter punch by Klitschko. Klitschko's now fighting two opponents. The man opposite him and his eye swelling.
Yeah, but you can't panic, Joe. This is boxing. You know, this is not the opera. These things happen and champions win under these conditions. So right now, believe it or not, strategy, you got to stay calm.
Holy cow! Lennox Lewis is stunned and staggered. Klitschko's mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Things were going against him. Now the tide is turned.
Good things come to those who wait or those who persevere. He persevered, good things are happening.
1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect...
Once again, he goes down. Can he survive this? He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Good defensive skill with the block by bad intentions. And that is some good job just striking his target twice in a row by Klitschko. End of the round there, a round in which we did see the knockdown. And Teddy, when a fighter comes back to the corner, having just been floored, typically, how are they acting? What are you seeing out of them?
Just imagine you just walked into a room and somebody hit you from behind. You dropped. You're afraid to go in that room again. So put a light on in that room and explain to him why he got dropped. He will not be afraid to go back in that room.
Right to the head and right to the canvas. Fight is over. Lennox Lewis is going to be partying tonight. A knockout victory.
By knockout, your winner, Lennox Lewis.
Lennox Lewis is your winner by impressive knockout victory.
And he did it just the way he had to. Stayed on the outside and used those quick hands all night.
That does it from ringside. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us.